Thank you for being here today. My name is Roger Jones. I'm president of the West Olympia Rotary Club, and we're the sort of the host club today, even though we're sort of stealing from Bill Lamont and Olympia Club. So thank you for allowing us to share in this great occasion today. We're very excited to make these awards to these very deserving young people. Before we start our official opening piece, this last week we lost a very significant Rotarian in our community, Kathy Carlson from the South Puget Sound Rotary Club, and was also a former member of West Olympia Rotary Club. So if you would take a moment of silence for her memory, please. Thank you. And to open us up officially with the invocation is Marnie Obendorf. Marnie's our Assistant District Governor and also a member of South Puget Sound Rotary. Marnie?
Thank you, Roger. Good afternoon, fellow Rotarians, honored students, family and friends. It's so nice to see such smiling faces, and I will just digress just 1 second and say particularly those of you from North Thurston High School. As we gather for this celebration today, please join me in a word of thanks to our Creator. Heavenly Father, we thank you for the privilege of working together as Rotarians. We thank you for bringing our family of Rotary to this room today to celebrate in unison the exuberance, resolve, and vitality of the students being recognized here today. We ask you to give each of us older, wiser, and maybe a bit tired Rotarians even half of the level of energy and enthusiasm these young people have to continue our work toward providing more opportunities for education for our students. We ask you to guide these students safely down their path out into a world where we hope peace can be possible, largely through the efforts of Rotarians' work with young people like these here with us today. We thank you for the opportunity to bring awareness to our community that there are bright, shining stars of knowledge moving among us, that there truly are good things and good people to celebrate despite the daily reports of violence, sadness, and negativity. We're hopeful that we will have an opportunity to follow the accomplishments of this group of amazing young adults and to be able to celebrate those successes with them through the years. We thank you also, Lord, for the good food provided today, for the strength of our bodies and minds, for the fellowship of Rotarians and new friends we're making today, and for the opportunity for new dreams, new goals, new hopes, and new joys. Amen.
Next, I'll invite Todd Monahan, the president of Hawkesbury Rotary, to do our Pledge of Allegiance.
Honorees and all your guests and fellow Rotarians, please join me in our pledge to our nation. I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
And our four-way test, the Rotary four-way test, will be our host, Bill Lamont, president of Olympia Rotary.
Guests, we don't expect you to know this, but it is something that we try to live by every day. So, fellow Rotarians, would you join me in the four-way test of the things we think, say, and do? First,
it is the truth.
Second,
it is fair to all concerned.
Third,
will it build goodwill and better friendships.
And fourth,
will it be beneficial to all concerned.
Thank you.
And next, Bev Massini will be our pianist, and Bruce Sanders, president-elect of the West Olympia Rotary Club, will lead us in America the Beautiful.
Sing it out. Oh, beautiful for spacious skies, for amber waves of grain, for purple mountain majesties above the fruited plain. America, America, God shed his grace on thee and crown thy good with brotherhood from sea to shining sea.
They sounded great.
All right, you may be seated. I'd like to introduce at least some of the members of the front table here, and Steve will introduce our special guest. You met Bill Lamont, president of Olympia Rotary Club, Bill, and Marty Obendorf, our District 14 area governor, and Deb Bigelow with the Olympia Centennial Rotary Club president, Todd Monahan with Hawks Prairie Rotary president, Mike Andrews with the, oops, did I get it wrong? Yeah. Mike Andrews, Tumwater Rotary president, and Paul Randall with the South Puget Sound president. And I know in the crowd out there is Tom Carroll. Would you stand, Tom? Tom's the other assistant district governor for the other part, the eastern part of Thurston County. So Tom, thank you for joining us, and also a member of Gateway Rotary. So let's give all of them a hand for that. And is there any other presidents in the crowd that I didn't hear from or that aren't here? Okay. With that, I'll introduce Steve Henderson, and Steve will get the program going.
Thank you, Roger, and thank you everyone for being here today. This is our 19th annual Rotary Dick Nichols Award Luncheon, and a special thanks have to go to North Thurston High School and the students from North Thurston High School, and our thoughts and prayers are with all of you today. It was quite exciting watching the morning news today, and fortunately, nobody was hurt, so we're very happy that you're here. I'd like to start off by recognizing the West Olympia Committee, West Olympia Rotary Committee, who's put this event together. First, Teresa Dean is in charge of awards and school contacts. Teresa, there's Teresa over there. And why don't we applaud for them after? Well, go ahead. Go ahead. Sandy DiBernardo is here, and she's been in charge of publicity and arranging this event and the PowerPoint presentation. There's Sandy. And Neil Falkenberg and Dale Kammer, I think just Dale is here today. So Dale, would you stand up? They were both in charge of raising money and the sponsorship. So please recognize all of them. We are here today to recognize 14 outstanding students chosen by their schools for outstanding academic achievement, athletic achievement, and community service. Each school in our community has sent us their winners. Capitol High School, Olympia High School, North Thurston High School, River Ridge High School, Timberline, Tumwater, and Black Hills High School. 19 years ago, in 1996, when we began these awards, we raised a total of $3,000 and gave 2 scholarships of $1,500 to 2 of 12 students. At that time, we only had 6 high schools. And today, there are 7 schools, and these 14 students will each receive a $1,200 scholarship. We have given, Rotary has given over $150,000 in scholarships to our students over the past 19 years. We recognize the generous contributions of our sponsors who have made these awards possible, and there should be a tent card on each one of your tables. And if you would join me in recognizing the sponsors who have contributed contributed the money for these scholarships. Please join me in recognizing them. So why do we give these awards? Really, there are 3 reasons. This is the only citywide award for high school seniors that brings together the cities of Olympia, Lacey, and Tumwater as one community. Second, it gives us a chance in person to honor these outstanding young people and their achievements. And we as community and school leaders and your parents and family today witness what you have all achieved. Third, it gives us an opportunity to honor Dick Nichols, who has been an all-around supporter of our young people in this community, many years an announcer at KGY Radio, and we as a community appreciate what he has done for our community. We have up on the PowerPoint that was circulating during the time that you all arrived some background on Dick and his picture. I've suggested that that picture had to be touched up considerably. But he's not announcing games anymore, but we certainly recognize his participation and the great things he has done in our community. In addition to the scholarships, each of these students will receive a recognition award today for their achievements. And we think the recognition awards are special because it includes a letter from your parents and from your school. And it's a very personal award. Many of these awards, you know, you get a trophy or something and you put it on your shelf and you kind of forget about it and it gathers dust. But these awards, I think, are special, and we hope that you will carry it with you through your college years and after that. We believe Rotary offers a perfect forum to bring together the schools and our sponsors and the community leaders to honor these outstanding students. What are we recognizing? First, outstanding academic achievement. These are not just good grades, but difficult subjects, advanced placement subjects, and international baccalaureate classes. Secondly, we recognize those students who participate in athletic achievement in a WIAA-recognized sport. They are students who their teammates look up to, those who play multiple varsity sports frequently, and are captains of their teams, and many are voted most inspirational. And thirdly, we recognize outstanding service as volunteers in their school and in their community. Service is important to we as Rotarians and important to our country and to the world. Rotary decided 20 years ago to rid the world of polio, and many of you here who are non-Rotarians don't know that. When I was a child growing up in Seattle a few years back, in the early 50s, polio was a big fear for all of us. And I remember watching TV and seeing iron lung machines and filled up rooms, and all of these people who had polio who were being kept alive by iron lung machines. Rotary is now down to only 3 countries in the world who have reported cases of polio. It's a great dream that we had, and we dreamed big and achieved big in ridding the world of polio. Imagine that those years ago, deciding to take on that project in our world. As I've thought about the remarks I'm going to make, I was thinking about Teddy Roosevelt. He said in a speech in 1899, and I'm quoting what he said, "I wish to preach not the doctrine of ignoble ease, but the doctrine of the strenuous life. Far better it is to dare mighty things, to win glorious triumphs, even though checkered by failure, than to take rank with those poor spirits who neither enjoy much nor suffer much, because they live in the gray twilight that knows not victory or defeat." By you students daring mighty things and doing mighty things, look what you have accomplished so far in your lives, your young ages. Now we say to you, good job well done, but continue to live, as Teddy Roosevelt said, the strenuous life. So now I'm going to introduce Dick Nichols. He's going to give us his remarks, annual remarks, which we look forward to every year, and then we'll pass out the awards. So please welcome Dick Nichols.
Thank you very much, Steve, and Rotarians, and all of the special guests we have here, particularly the young people that are being honored. I'd like to thank the Rotarians for hosting this event. because they are recognizing and supporting young people in our community in a very demonstrable way. I also thank them from the bottom of my heart for the personal honor that I've enjoyed for a long time of having my name associated with this very special award. It is humbling to say the very least. Now, I'm sure that many of today's 14 award winners never heard of me. You know, as time goes by, you know, you get these awards and you say, this is really cool, who is that? And I used to broadcast a lot of ball games in this area, including many people in this room of both sexes that I've seen running around in their gym shorts and other athletic attire. A very large number of people here that we did their games. I used to joke that if it was moving, we would broadcast it on KGY. And we did a lot of different things. A note of pride that I have is I can't prove this, but I believe it's true, that I am the first person to ever broadcast a girls' high school athletic event in the state of Washington. It was... And we did girls fast pitch, girls volleyball, and of course track. We've done that before, and girls basketball, and it became just a regular part, not some addition, but an equal part of the broadcasting that we were able to do. And I'm very sorry that the AM radio business is kind of going by the boards. No one's broadcasting what you kids do or anybody's kids do any longer in this area. And I think it's really sad that that opportunity to recognize good kids doing good things in a very visible way it just is not with us anymore. It was a big part of my life, but in the meantime, you just have to move on. To our honorees, and that's to whom I'm really addressing these remarks, you're receiving an award that it recognizes, as Steve said, academic, athletic achievement, and community service. And I think the latter is perhaps the most important of those three elements, because it really best reflects the slogan of Rotary's commitment to service above self. So in my brief time here today, I'd like to focus a few remarks on the matter of service and the way you live. I'd like to remind you, 14 young people, that you are very fortunate people. You're talented, you're smart, you've demonstrated your concern for the community, you have a great support system of family, friends, people in the schools. They've literally dedicated their lives to you. Believe me, and you have to know this, not everyone in this world is anywhere near as blessed as you are. And so as we honor you, we also tell you that a lot of is expected of you as you move ahead. You should give back from what you've received. You know, the news at North Thurston today was bad. The Nepalese earthquake, and it goes on, and you have so many opportunities to see really bad information and good information in the world. What I'd like to do is to ask you 14 to imagine you have been placed in a large, empty room, and there is a huge white blank canvas hanging on one wall, and there is an array of paints and paintbrushes at your disposal. I'd like to ask you to imagine how the world would look if you could paint the picture. I'm going to suggest that you have everything you need to paint that picture, partly because you've had the distinct advantage of playing team sports as you've moved through schools. It is truly a metaphor for life. Now, I won't pretend to tell you how that picture should look. You're the painters. I do hope, however, that in some way it will reflect the fact that we human beings are all part of a big team, that we need each other, and that our connections to each other are vital. Reminds me of the story of the chapel in the very large funeral home where there are two people sitting in the front with the open casket in front of them, and behind them are rows and rows and rows of empty chairs. And the one person looks to the other and says, "I don't understand why no one's here. He had thousands of friends on Facebook." And that's what I mean. This world is about, I know I'm an old fogey and I'm not techie, but I do know one thing: we are connected to each other, and it needs to be a personal connection. So what has team play taught you that you can use to help with your painting? Well, teamwork, the idea of we instead of me, seeing the big picture, not just a narrow personal focus. You should have learned loyalty to each other and to the goals that the team has set. People who've had this opportunity should know something about taking responsibility for your part of the deal, for your part of sharing life with other people, to be a responsible person, to step up and do your part, but to be accountable for your actions. When things go right, when things go wrong, you're not pointing fingers when there's a problem, and you're not taking all the credit when there's a success, but you are accountable for what you do, and you own up to it. You know how to set goals, and you should know how to learn how to deal with defeat and success. You know, we tell people to be a good sport, to learn how to handle it if things don't go your way. And that's so true. That doesn't mean you have to enjoy losing. I mean, you'd be abnormal if you liked losing. But there is an element in life where you have to pick yourself up, dust yourself off, as the old song goes, and start all over again, because it doesn't always go your way. But the other half of that is learning how to handle success. When it's flaunted, when it's, I'm going to celebrate and beat my chest because I'm cool for what we did, that's not right, and we all know that. We really need to understand the humility that's required to be able to be a good winner, to not let hubris take over our lives. We need to learn how to keep things in perspective. It's a big picture out there. Kind of reminds me of the old George Carlin fake radio broadcast that he used to do, and he was playing the part of Al Sleet, the hippy-dippy weatherman who had all the hippy-dippy weatherman. And he's talking about a weather forecast, and he says, we have radar picking up a line of thunder showers coming in over Secaucus, New Jersey, and the whole eastern seaboard. Oh, and I see we also have a squad of Russian ICBMs headed toward Green Bay. Don't sweat the thunder showers. That's perspective. And you need to learn to truly care about the other people who are on this big team. So I think you have the tools and the preparation. I believe you're ready to start painting. And I hope you will as you leave this room. We need you to be the best and the brightest to help lead us on the long journey ahead. We need you to know the difference between right and wrong, and most important, to care about the difference. We need you to know that doing things right is good management of life, but doing the right things is living life to the fullest. Now, the details of your painting will change as you grow and develop. It will look different tomorrow than it does today. My picture does, because life is an evolution. Yet your fundamental vision of what that painting should reflect in the world you're painting should never change. Those are called the primary colors. So we salute and honor you today. We are anxious and ready to hear about your accomplishments. And all I can say is, as you leave, don't forget your paintbrushes. Thank you.
Now we have to line up for the drill, as we have annually. All of the club presidents are going to be in the front, standing here. And Dick is going to be down at the end. And Teresa, well, the first thing, wait, I just messed up. Teresa's going to tell us about the award first.
Good afternoon, everyone. Steve actually already told you a little bit about the award, but I'll go ahead and give you a little bit more detail. First of all, welcome everybody to the 19th Annual Dick Nichols Award, and congratulations to all the students. I have kids high school, college age, and I know how much hard work you're putting into this because of the accomplishments. We've read about all of you, so congratulations to all of you, and congratulations to all the parents as well, because it's a tough job. So congrats to all. I'd like to tell you a little bit about the awards that each of the students are getting today. And we have put these together. They've been the award package since the very beginning, the first year of the Rotary Dick Nichols Award. And each of the students get a Rotary portfolio. And inside it commemorates the award. But also inside, we have several congratulatory messages in there. We have not only a certificate stating that you are the recipients of the 2015 Rotary Dick Nichols Award, but we also have a personal letter from your parents to you, as well as a congratulatory letter from the high school principal, as well as a message from Governor Inslee. And so he created a message that's to all the students that I'd like to read to all of you today, and then we'll move on with presenting the awards. So bear with me as I get this out here. So, greetings from the governor on April 27th, 2015. I am pleased to extend warm greetings to all of those attending the 2015 Rotary Dick Nichols Awards ceremony. Congratulations to each of this year's recipients. Since its inception, the Dick Nichols Scholarship has recognized talented high school seniors who exemplify exceptional achievement in academics, athletics, and community service. I applaud these students for their commitment to excellence, and I hope they will continue to approach life with the same level of energy and zeal that has brought them to this point in their academic careers. Students, I encourage you to take full advantage of the many higher education and training opportunities available to you. A bright future awaits each of you, and I am confident that you will all go on to accomplish great things. Again, congratulations on an honor well deserved, and please accept my best wishes for continued success in the years ahead. Very truly yours, Jay Inslee, Governor. So that's a great way to move on to the actual presentation of the awards, and good luck to all in your future.
So in the past, we have had the podium in the middle of the front dais here. Now we're way down here at the end, so it's going to be a little bit different, but this is the drill. When I call your name as the honored student, and there'll be 14 of you, please come forward and go down and see, just go straight to Dick Nichols. Don't worry about all these other Rotarians standing here. He will hand you the award, and then while you're standing next to him, I will read your bio, and then we will all recognize you. And then you have to run the gauntlet here past all of the Rotary presidents. So when you get to the very end, you'll stand down here to my right, your left. And I want you all to gather down there, so then at the end, all 14 of you will be gathered, and we can recognize you as a group. Okay? So our first student is Casey Duff from Black Hills High School. Casey. Casey has to face the audience, so this is part of the drill. Casey Duff has a 3.867 grade point average. He's an AP Scholar recipient. 4-year academic all-conference for soccer, 2-year academic all-conference for basketball, 2-year captain, varsity soccer, team most valuable player award and first team all-league in 2014, and all-area team 2013. All-state honorable mention. He's also the team captain for the 2015 boys basketball team and the 2014 team defensive most valuable player. He's the Black Hills High School ASB president this year. He's the Tumwater School Board student representative, Washington State Senate page. He volunteers at the food bank with the For Kids program and as a youth basketball coach. He plans to study political science at the University of Washington. Please recognize Casey Duff. Thank you. You just stay right here with me. All right. Next, from Black Hills High School, Danielle Wan. Danielle has a 3.985 grade point average. Her test scores for the SAT were 20, 40, and for the ACT, 33. She's an AP Scholar with Distinction Award recipient and a Washington State Scholar nominee. She participated in cross country for 4 years on varsity, and 3 years was the team captain. Also participated in 3 statewide appearances in cross country. In track and field, 4 years varsity, 2 years state appearances, and a 1-year team captain. She holds the school record in the 1600 meter at a time of 5:29:02. Is that 5 minutes, 29 seconds? At any rate, she's got the record for the 1600 meter. I can't drive my car that fast. Help me, Dick.
If it's you or me running, it's 5 hours, 20 minutes.
Yeah. Thanks for clarifying that, Dick. I appreciate that. She's the senior class secretary. She volunteers as a peer tutor in math, science, and technology, where she contributed over 30 hours. She's also a link crew leader and construction laborer. She plans to study actuarial science or financial analysis and risk management at the University of Waterloo or St. John's University. Danielle, which school are you going to go to? Do you know yet?
University of Waterloo.
Good for you. Please recognize Danielle Wan. Next, from Capitol High School, Ryan Chase. Ryan Chase has a grade point average of 3.959. He's an academic All-American Award recipient, second place finisher in 2012 and 2013 in the FTC Robotics State Championships. He participated in track and field all 4 years. In his sophomore year, he was third in the state triple jump. His junior year, also was in the triple jump. He was the state champion long jump. His junior year, triple jump and decathlon, holds the school records in long jump, triple jump, and decathlon. In his senior year, he was the team captain. He participated in junior Olympic national competition 7 times since the 4th grade, placed second last summer in the decathlon with 6,421 points. He also participated in football for 3 years and was on varsity his junior year. He volunteers as a coach for Barron Park Striders, several annual school functions, father-daughter dances, and mother-son parapaloozas. Well, now you've got to be practicing that to say that right. Ryan plans to study engineering at the University of New Mexico. Please recognize Ryan Chase. Congratulations. Next, from Capitol High School, Naomi Yamamoto. Naomi has a 4.0 grade point average. She's an academic All-American 2012 to 2015. She's a National Merit finalist. She's the current valedictorian of her class of 303 students. She participated in golf, 4-year varsity letter winner and state qualifier, 13th place in 2013, the 2A state tournament. She also participated in cross country and soccer. She was a JV member and also participated in wind ensemble, marching, pep, and concert band member. She's the captain of their Knowledge Bowl team. She volunteers as a co-president at Rotary Interact Club and the Salvation Army Community Kitchen, and planned Capitol High School's inaugural Anti-Bullying Week. She plans to attend the University of Chicago. Please recognize Naomi Yamamoto. Next, from North Thurston High School, John Reed. John has a 4.0 grade point average. He is the valedictorian of his class of 352 students. He's an AP Scholar with honors. He's a Washington State Scholar nominee and a Narrows League Scholar athlete. He's a 3-sport athlete throughout high school: football, basketball, and baseball, and a 2015 baseball co-captain. And his friend Steve Cooper told me he also is an extraordinary piano player. He also volunteers with Ram Basketball Camp as a coach, teaching team skills and fundamentals to youth campers. Has also volunteered with Orca Construction and the Food Bank. He plans to study biomedical engineering at Gonzaga University. Please recognize John Reed. Next, from North Thurston High School, Emily Kroll. Emily has a 3.993 grade point average. She's a National Honor Society member, CenturyLink Athlete of the Week, Competitive Scholarship Award at Linfield College. She participated 4 years on varsity soccer and in 2014 was the team captain. First team Narrow League for 3 years and received the Coaches Award. She's the Defensive Player of the Year and Scholar Athlete all 4 years. She volunteers with Sacred Heart Food Pantry, singing for community with jazz choir at Farmers Market and the Military Ball. Also volunteers as a referee at Friends of Mia Alumni Soccer Cup. She plans to study nursing at Linfield College. Please recognize Emily Kroll. Our next student is from Olympia High School, Benjamin Fuick. Benjamin has a grade point average of 3.841. He ranks 61 in his class. He's taken 3 AP classes. He participated all 4 years in basketball and baseball. He's a member of athletic leadership. He's a sprint leader at sporting events, and he received the Coaches Award in 2014. He volunteers delivering Thanksgiving meals to families in need, helping out at the local food bank, coaching a 5th grade basketball team, and running many kids' basketball and baseball camps. Benjamin plans to study environmental science at Western Washington University. Please recognize Benjamin Fuick. Next from Olympia High School, Jessica Groven. Jessica has a 3.915 grade point average. She's an Olympia Scholar Award recipient, 4-year WIAA Academic Award recipient, best project from a newly participating school in the Imagine Tomorrow Science Fair at Washington State University. She's participated in girls swimming 4 years as varsity and 2 years as the team captain. Now this is fun to say. She's also on the boys swimming team. As if the boys don't have enough competition, they also have to deal with Jessica. 2-year varsity participant, and golf, a 2-year varsity player. She also volunteers as a 13-year member of Girl Scouts, participating in a variety of services, and South Sound Foursquare Church for setup. She plans to study elementary education at Washington State University. Please recognize Jessica Groven. Next from River Ridge High School, Robert Whiting. Robert has a 4.0 grade point average. He is the valedictorian in his class of 266 students. He's an AP Scholar Award recipient, Evergreen Conference All-Academic Award recipient, senior class senator. He played football all 4 years, 1-year varsity team captain, honorable mention defensive lineman, and track and field all 4 years, a 1-year varsity team captain. He was also on the wrestling team for 2 years, on the varsity team, 1-year team captain. He's a National Honor Society member, 3 years, and the current president. He volunteers as a church acolyte, tutor, event organizer, and helper at Faith Lutheran School. He plans to study engineering at is it the University of Washington or the Air Force Academy? He's going to go to the University of Washington and major in engineering. Please recognize Robert Whiting. Next from River Ridge High School, Kayla Ashante Coleman. Kyla has a 3.73 grade point average. She was on the honor roll all 4 years, varsity basketball all 4 years, varsity track for 3 years, and state qualifying high jump in 2014. She was on the varsity volleyball team for 2 years. She's a DECA class representative and an LGBTQ student advocate. She's the president of Blue Crew, which is a PEP club organization, and she volunteers as a peer tutor in River Ridge's developmentally delayed class. She's a middle school mentor in Thurston County youth football and cheer choreography for elementary-aged cheerleaders who will attend River Ridge High School. She plans to study urban development at Loyola Marymount University in Los Angeles. Please recognize Kyla Ashante Coleman. Next, from Timberline High School, Ryan Connor. Ryan has a 3.687 grade point average. He's an AP Scholar Award recipient, National Honor Society member, NTPS Academic All-Star, and Honor Roll and Distinguished Scholar. He's a Blazer Citizens Club member and Public Relations Officer. He's the ASB Public Relations Officer. He played varsity baseball for 3 years and voted first team All-Narrows League infielder his junior year in 3A. Also played basketball for 3 years. He volunteers as Black Hills Youth Baseball League assistant coach and volunteered feeding the poor for the food bank in Olympia. Also a Homes First volunteer. He plans to study criminology at Tacoma Community College. Please recognize Ryan Connor. Next, from Timberline High School, Grace Udo Galarno. Grace has a 3.511 grade point average. She's a scholar athlete. Leadership was Most School Spirit recipient. She played varsity softball and received a letter for 4 years. Also All-League, All-Area, All-Region First Team, and Timberline Player of the Year and Golden Bat Award recipient. You could play for the Mariners, you know that? I couldn't help myself, I just had to digress. And she was the team captain of the varsity softball team. Varsity bowling, she has a letter for 2 years on varsity and was in the state tournament, second place she took in state tournament. She was the team captain and Timberline Most Valuable Bowler, individual state competitor. She also played varsity basketball and received a letter for 2 years, Coaches Award and Hustle Award. She volunteers with church and community food drives, Timberline student athletic trainer, and youth softball camp volunteer. She plans to study physical education at Corbin University in Salem, Oregon. Please recognize Grace Udo Galarno. Next, from Tumwater High School, David Cooper. David has a 3.993 grade point average. Student of the Month, 3-time winner of that award. Head of Spirit Committee and Leadership, is the ASB Secretary and Advisory Representative. He's a National Honor Society member, And for basketball, he participated in varsity all 3 years, 3-year team captain, academic state champion, district league champion, league all-area MVP, and first team all-state, and the all-time leading scorer for his team. In football, he lettered 2 years, second place in state, and he volunteered building homes in New Orleans for Shirts Across America, led a Jeans for Trophy fundraiser supporting veterans struggling financially, volunteers as a camp coach for Saturday Morning Express. He plans to study aerospace engineering at the United States Air Force Academy. Please recognize David Cooper. And from Tumwater High School, Sarah Warner. Sarah has a 4.0 grade point average, and she is the valedictorian of her class of 268. She is an honor roll all 4 years, cumulative GPA award 2012 to 2015. Member of THS Advanced Leadership Class 2014 to 2015. She played volleyball 3 years on varsity team and the state championship team captain in 2014, first team all-league in 2014, all-area team in 2014. She's on concert choir as alto and jazz ensemble as alto, performed at many events, placed third in the contest. She volunteered for a mission trip playing with kids at the orphanage, giving food to the poor, volunteered for Tumwater Parks and Recreation, and volunteered as a coach of the Tumwater Volleyball Camp, 2012 to 2014. She plans to study business at Northwest University. Please recognize Sarah Warner. Now, can we all stand and recognize as a group the class of 2015, the Rotary Nichols Award recipients? They are outstanding. Is it fair to say that they inspire all of us? That's absolutely true. We hope you all be back next year for our 20th year. Thank you for coming. Have a great day and a safe day.